Hi, welcome again. We have successfully installed Git and Visual Studio Code Editor in our system. So, it is our time to see some of the important basic commands of command prompt on Windows. If you are familiar with the Windows command prompt commands, you can skip this lesson and move on to the next lesson, that is creating a first local repository on our system. So, for those who are absolutely beginner, like as students or new to the coding, you please follow this lesson and it will help you get fine grip on the command prompt of Windows. So let us start our lesson. Initially, once you launch the command prompt or the Git terminal, in order to check the current directory we are working on, we need to use pwd. So it shows the current directory, means it is a directory where we are working currently. To navigate to the different folders or directory, suppose if we want to navigate to the desktop, we need to use cd space and then the name of the directory, for example desktop. And then press enter. Now if you check the directory using pwd, we can see we are on the desktop. And here we can create a new folder. For that we need to use mkdir space and then the name of the folder. Say for example Prithvi. Here I am using my name. So after executing this command, a new folder will be created on our desktop. Here you can see the new folder of the directory with the name Prithvi. In order to go back one step back, we can use cd space and then followed by two dot symbols. So now if we check the directory using pwd, we can see we are at the admin directory. Suppose if you are at one or more forward directories and to go back to the two or more directories at the same time, we need to use cd space dot dot and then the forward slash and then dot dot. Here you can see we are at C folder. So means we have stepped back with the two directories, admin and users, and currently we are at C. So in order to go back to the home directory, that means the directory at which the Git terminal is present when we launch the Git terminal or command prompt, we need to use cd space and then the tilde symbol. Once you press enter, we will be at the directory initially where we are at while launching the Git terminal. Means we are at users and at the admin directory. We can also use the path for the folder to go back to our newly created folder, say for example Prithvi, which is on the desktop. For that, we need to use a full path. So let us use the full path, that is cd and then the full path name, that is desktop / Prithvi. Now we are at Prithvi directory or folder. So this is how we can go forward and go back with the cd command. Now let us see how to create a files using the command prompt commands. To create a file, we need to use the command touch. And then the name of the file. Here I am going to create a Python file called forloop.py. .py is the extension for the Python file. Now if we open the folder Prithvi, we can find the file forloop. To see the list of files and other directories in the current directory or folder, we can use the ls command. Since we are at Prithvi directory, if we use ls, here we can see one file under the directory Prithvi, that is forloop. To rename the file, we need to use the command mv and then followed by the first file name and then the new name we would like to use. Here I am going to rename the file forloop.py to new forloop.py. Now if we use the ls command, we can see the for loop has been renamed with the new file name new forloop.py. We can find the renamed file instead of the original file here. Now let us see how to copy the files. In order to show this step, I am going to create one more directory or folder inside this folder Prithvi called new Prithvi using mkdir command. If we check the directory using ls command, we can find the new folder with the different color and the file name with the white color. Now let us create a new file called whileloop.py. For that we can use touch or we can directly create the file inside our new folder. Since I am in the directory already, so I am using touch. And then the path and the file name where we want to create the new file. Say for example, I would like to create the new file inside the new Prithvi folder. New directory name followed by the / and then the file name. Say for example yu. Now if we check the folder new Prithvi with the ls command, we can see the newly created file. Now we see how to copy the file. For that, we need to use the command cp, then the name of the file to be copied, and then the name of the file to where we need to copy. Say for example, we are copying the file whileloop.py and paste it outside the folder. So let us use the command cp, but before that, let us enter into that folder first using the command cd. Now we can use the command cp, then the name of the file, and then the folder or directory where we need to copy the file. If we want to copy just outside the current directory, we can use double dot followed by the file name. So now we are at the directory new folder. Here you can see the file whileloop.py. Let us copy this file from this folder and paste it outside the folder. That means the folder Pruthvi. cp space and then the file name and then the directory where we need to paste the file. So I would like to paste just outside the folder. So I am using double dot. Once you execute this command, you can see the file has been copied from the new Pruthvi folder to this existing folder, that is Pruthvi. Now if we check the file using ls inside the new Pruthvi folder, still we can find the file whileloop.py. So it has been just copied from the new Pruthvi folder to the Pruthvi folder. Let us go back to the Pruthvi folder using the cd command, cd followed by dot dot, and if we use the ls command, here we can see the copied file, that is whileloop.py. So now let us see how to delete the files and folders. For example, if we want to delete the file whileloop.py in the current directory, we can use rm space and then the name of the file. So here I would like to delete the whileloop. Now if we check using the ls command, we can see the whileloop has been deleted from this folder Pruthvi. Physically, you can also see the folder whileloop has been disappeared from the folder Pruthvi, but the folder still exists in the new Pruthvi folder. So if we check using the command ls, we can see the whileloop inside the new Pruthvi folder. Means we have just deleted the file inside the Pruthvi folder, but not the file which is inside the Pruthvi folder. To delete the folder, we need to use rm and then the name of the folder. For example, if we want to delete the folder new Pruthvi, we need to use rm space dash rf and then the name of the file. But before we delete the folder, if we check the current folder using ls, we can find that the folder is present. Now let us delete it using the command rm space -rf and then the folder name. Now if we run the command ls, we can see that the folder no longer exists here. So let us delete the Prithvi folder as well. For that, we need to go back one directory back because we cannot delete the file or folder we are working on. Since we are on the directory Prithvi, we cannot delete it. If we try, we may get an error. Let us try to delete the current directory where we are working on. So we did not get any error, but the folder has not been deleted. Let us go back to the directory desktop. Now if we run the command rm space -rf and then the folder name Prithvi, we can see that the folder has been deleted from the desktop. Here you can see there is no folder called Prithvi, means it has been deleted successfully. Now if we want to clear the history of the commands, we can use either clear or Ctrl+L. So let us use command Control and then press the L from your keyboard. So we have learned some of the important and basic commands of command prompt. Let us move to the actual Git section. So for that, see you in the next lesson.